in the beginning, one of the things I thought was so much fun was the adventure outside of work that all of you get to have while you're on a contract, while you're away from your home, away from your family, the inconvenience of all of that, but then the adventure that you get to have. On this episode, we talked to current Atlas recruiter and former Atlas traveler, Brad McDonald, about how he met 27 different travelers just on a whim out of nowhere, but have become lifelong friends through just a little bit of planning and a little bit of effort. And what you'll understand is sometimes you just have to say yes. And that's what Brad did. And that's where it took him. And the adventure that he got out of it is awesome. I can't wait for you to hear his story. Atlas All Access starts now.
Hey guys, this is Brad with Atlas MedStaff, former ER travel nurse, now became recruiter, and I'm sitting here talking with my friend Sarah. We want to talk with you guys about a cool trip that travel nursing afforded us doing and all the friendships that we made from it. So, Sarah?
Hi, I'm Sarah Ifman. I am a CVICU travel nurse. I've been traveling now for about 3.5 years, and I absolutely love it. I thought I would only start for 2 years, and now I don't know when I'm ever going to stop because I have made so many amazing friends and got to do so many amazing things with it.
So like I referred to at the beginning here, we're going to talk about our story, how we met each other. We actually did a trip to Cancun. What was there, 27 of us?
27 total. Yep.
27 total. We all met in different ways, but really this was mostly Sarah, which is why I had to have her on. So why don't you give me the origin? I just came on the end. So why don't you tell me how you got this started?
So basically a bunch of us went to TravCon last year in September, and we met there and just clicked. There was like 10 of us that became really good friends at TravCon. And so then we were like, we need to hang out again and we need to just put it on the books because otherwise we'll never do it. So we went ahead and planned a weekend and a long weekend, I guess, in Cancun. And we just said, this is the resort we're going to. Whoever wants to come can come. And it just exploded from there. Because then I invited my friends from this assignment. Then they invited their friends from another assignment. Brad was invited by my friend Ashley. And I'm so glad she invited him. And it literally just exploded into this group of 27 people. And we just had the best time. We all got along great. They're I would consider them some of my closest travel friends at this point.
100%. Oh, totally agree. And like she said, I only knew when this whole thing came about, Ashley reached out to me. I had worked with her the year previous at Mayo in Phoenix. And she's just like, you seem like someone that'd want to do this, come join us. And I was like, sure, I only know you, but yeah, why not? I'll go. So I ended up inviting 2 girls that I knew that were travel nurses from back home in Iowa, and they joined the trip and now I'm friends with everyone too. So it was just best experience or vacation I've ever had in my entire life. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it exploded and I was kind of nervous that everybody wouldn't get along because I knew most of the people. Travel nurses are big personalities, but we all got along so well. We did several excursions. I actually was the main trip planner. So we decided to do an all-inclusive so that people could just join as they decided to, and we didn't have to have commitments from people right away. And then as we went on, I planned an excursion in the jungle. We did a night out at the clubs with VIP service. But my personal favorite part was the last night we did a sunset cruise catamaran throughout the bay there. And it was just so beautiful. Brad was taking some really awesome pictures.
I knew we were going to go there.
We gave him crap the whole time for having an Android phone, but it did take better pictures than all of our iPhones. So he was doing photo shoots for all of us. And then all of a sudden we hear this, oh shit. Nemo has the phone now. Nemo has all the pictures.
Yeah, actually, so my friend Ashley that invited me to the Cancun trip, she's like, oh my God, Brad, your phone's gone. And I just, I laugh, I turn and look at it, I'm like, come on, no way. And then I look, I'm like, oh God, it really is. So we were on the ocean, obviously. So I, for some reason, set it just down next to me on the boat, and there was this tiny little gap there. And it just popped up and went right down in there. They actually stopped the boat and like because it was shallow enough, one of the divers on board went and tried to look for her and everything. But yeah, she's lost. So we
That was
still
the biggest loss of the trip.
that was the biggest loss of the trip. And we still we have a Facebook chat group with all the people from the trip on there. And I would say at least once a week I get a hard time, especially from Nee, about losing her pictures. Yeah, so I'm never going to be able to live that down.
Yeah, if I'm just nice to my friends, I probably don't like you very much. Like, I have to give you a little bit of crap once in a while. So
yeah, if I'm way too nice to you, we're probably not friends. Yeah, let's be honest. Yeah, there's some rudeness that comes with our relationships on purpose. Humor.
that's actually, I feel like, a good segue into now we have this Facebook chat that has even gotten bigger. So we now have last time I counted, about 45 people in this ridiculous chat. Like, you have to turn off the notifications sometimes and then try to catch up because it's hilarious. We all think we're comedians, but we're planning a bunch of trips through that chat. So we now have, about 20 of us are going to Napa in August. I think like 30 to 40 of us are going back to TravCon this year. Mm-hmm. And then our big one that I'm planning that I'm really excited about is we're going to Croatia next year. A 40-person cruise that we filled the entire freaking boat.
We filled it. We did it. Yeah. Once we tell people about like how well Cancun went and how awesome it is to meet other travelers that are willing to go on vacations with people they don't know, we have a waiting list for that, don't we, right now?
Yeah, we have about 10 people on the waiting list that want to be on the trip. Yeah.
But we filled it up so fast though. And it's for next year too, and we filled it up a year and a half ahead of time almost. It's nuts. Yeah. I am so excited for that.
With this chat now, anywhere you want to go, there's going to be at least a few people. So like just a few of us went to the Nurses March. It's not all huge trips. Like just a few of us went to the Nurses March. I'm actually here in Breckenridge right now. I don't know if you can see the mountains behind me over there, but I'm in Breckenridge right now with a bunch of travel nurses, and we're doing like a little Colorado trip with like 10 of us. So literally anywhere you want to go, you got people to go with, and you just have to be open to meeting new people and just be excited, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of how this whole thing came to be, like doing this. Like you met Dolan in Phoenix when we it was only a month after Cancun and we already missed each other. And
literally the last day of Cancun, we were having our last drinks in the pool, and Brad was like, "Hey Sarah, what are you doing for St. Patrick's Day? You want to come to Phoenix?"
And so we got like, what was there, 7 or 8 of us that came? So I was in Phoenix on assignment at the time. And I was like, yeah, come on, guys. My parents came the same week and everything. So we went out.
Timmy and Puddles.
Yeah, Timmy and Puddles came out and got buck wild with us. It was a great time. And that's when we started talking to Dolan about this trip. And he's like, guys, we need to talk about this. This is awesome. And I agree. Like I said, it's the greatest experience of my life. I loved it. And like you were saying, these friends that we have now, I talk to 5 or 6 of them probably every single day. Just randomly for different things, if not on the chat, Yeah.
And I think for me, after what we've been through, all of us as nurses, because in the group chat, we have all specialties. We have peds, we have ICU, we have labor and delivery, emergency room, med surg, tele, everything represented. We all went through a different version of trauma over the last few years. And this trip was such a cathartic experience, just to have a great time and just be like, we deserve to just let loose and have the best time. But we also got to have, I feel like, some really important conversations that only nurses understand.
Oh, 100%.
Like having travel nurses as friends is it's become such a beautiful part of my life because they understand me so much better than most people. They're adventurous. They're ready to get down and party once in a while. Like we have so much fun together, but we also understand the trauma and some of the stuff that we've been through better than anybody else ever could.
Oh, 100%. Like the connections that I've made through just that trip alone, I know many of them will last a lifetime. And like you said, we've been through all this same stuff together, just a little different ways. And, I remember before we went on that trip being like, God, I just need something. I need something. I'm just like, I'm not myself. And I think it's exactly, you made a very good point. Right after that, man, I'll tell you what, my mood just went up, and it was the recharge of my batteries that I had been missing since COVID started, honestly. And so thankful for many reasons that we did it.
It's not just a superficial relationship. Like it's not just like travel party buddies. Like we really love each other,
100%.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Like I have plans to visit everyone. you know, at this point in time. I know I'll see them all again. It's not the last time I see any of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think to like, just I would encourage travel nurses in general just to, if an opportunity like this comes up, just take it. Even if it's a little scary. Several of the people that went that didn't know anybody else were a little nervous, a little scared to go. But I think that they were so excited to have gone, and everybody said, I'm so glad I took this opportunity and I came.
Well, you know what? The scariest things in life tend to be the most rewarding. No risk, you know? You do something like that, just say yes. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like, if you're a travel nurse, you're trying to go see the country, but like, it's way more fun when you do it with other people. And typically, travel nurses have a similar mindset, so we tend to get along. So when you're at assignment, you see someone else that's a traveler, hit them up because they probably don't know anyone in town either. That's what I started doing, and I mean, that's how Ashley and I became friends and how I got on this trip, so.
Well, honestly, when I was a staff nurse, all my friends were the travelers because they were the ones wanting to go out in Denver and do stuff. And they're the ones that want to take life by the horns and just go. And so I think that, I don't know, travel nurses, their personality just works so well for this kind of trip and any kind of trip like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%. Like, speaking of trips in Vegas, we talked about going back there. I'm excited for your birthday.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so jokingly in the group chat, they have named me cult leader. Originally, I was the travel agent, but they decided to call me the cult leader because I'm both things. It makes sense. So when we found out that TravCon was going to be over my birthday this year, we decided we're going to rent a huge suite up in the Cosmopolitan overlooking the Bellagio fountains. We're all going to bring in a bunch of liquor and food and just party the night away. We're going to get a permit and just have a great time. So anybody who's in Vegas, if you see us around, hit us up, man.
Come find me.
Time. And Brad is going to be the best recruiter of all time. Little plug.
Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate the plug. Yep. Well, you know, and that's why I want to like tell, you know, anyone out there that's looking into traveling or that is traveling, I want them to do what I did, because that trip changed my life, literally. It just opened my mind to so many different things, and God, I can't push that enough. Like I said, all these trips coming up, I can't contain myself. I'm so excited to see all you guys again.
It's going to be insane.
Yeah. Especially when we haven't seen some of them for so long. Oh my God, they're going to wig out.
Yeah, now that we actually know each other, it's even going to be.
Oh my gosh. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it more, I think I'm starting to get frightened. Yeah. I'm a little concerned.
Scary.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all nurses, you know, it's safe.
Well, I'm retired. So y'all can take that duty. Not me anymore.
Yeah. We are truly blessed to have so many things coming up, and it's hard to describe to people who haven't been on a experience like that, but I just say take life by the horns and just do it.
Just say yes. Just say yes to more things. That's the big takeaway from this. Say yes, meet people, get people's phone numbers. Go talk to all the travelers you work with, even the core staff. Go talk to anyone. Just be open to going out and doing things with new people.
Absolutely. It's the best way to experience the city that you're in, and then also go on trips other places nearby, or even, you know, to Croatia. Who knows?
Yep. Yeah. Maybe we'll go to Croatia. You know, I've never been to Europe, so this is like, I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to have a day counter on this here real soon.
I know, it's about a year from now, actually.
It is. Oh, I can't wait. Thank you so much, Sarah. Well, I can't wait to see you. First, obviously, we'll see you in Napa, but then TravCon, that's going to be the real winner. And so I can't wait to see you. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, guys. Well, have a great day. Bye.
Well, you know, now that I'm on the recruiting side of things, one of the reasons why I got here was because of the meet and greets that Atlas does. I went to one in Phoenix this year with all our friends and just got to know different travelers that are all from the area, because it's not like the people you work with. I mean, it was all Phoenix hospitals, surrounding Arizona hospitals. So it was a really cool way to meet people that are like you, like-minded travelers. And so I highly recommend anyone find us on Facebook, look up our meet and greets, and go to one. I promise you'll meet some cool people, because one, everyone we work with is cool, so everyone at Atlas is cool, so I know they're cool. And anytime you get that many group of travelers together, it's gonna be a good time, in my experience anyway. And that's what this is all about. Just say yes.
That's him. That's Brad McDonald. That's his story. That's how he met Sarah. And that's how he met all of those travelers. And it was one of those pieces that kind of talked him in, not only to be a traveler in the first place, right? But to keep doing what he was doing, but then take that leap and become a recruiter too, is just saying yes that one time. And I think one of the things, especially after Sarah left, that was impactful to me was that piece. Just maybe it's uncomfortable for you that first time. Maybe it's one of those things that's difficult, but if you know your agency is going to be in town, doesn't have to be us, it can be anybody, and there are travelers that are going out to an event, just say yes one time. What's the worst that can happen? Just say yes that one time and see where it takes you. You're on that adventure already. You're already on, much like I am right now, a nice, well-needed break, right? If you're away from work, you're doing something outside. Maybe it doesn't even have to be outside. Maybe it's an inside event. Who knows? Just say yes that one time. See where it takes you. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. We'll see you next week.